put themselves in a position where they have that accountability that they need to get themselves over the edge. And that's that one thing that I attribute to me being able to lose that 55 pounds and keeping it off. It's you guys. And so for me, I appreciate what you guys bring to the table. And I want everybody else to experience that as well. Okay. So as we start off this morning, definitely want to say great call last night. And the Ignacio, give his testimonial. And that's one of the things I'll make sure we talk about today as well, as your testimonial is very, very important. And what we did was over the years, we taught people how to give their testimonies, right? That was in a way that was very, very effective and and put themselves in a position where not only do people love hearing the testimonial, but they wanted to invite them back to tell it over and over and over again. Okay. And when it comes to that, there's a couple of key elements to that. One is make sure that it's not necessarily what the testimonial is how you paint it. Okay? It's how you give it life, right? It's how you make it relatable to everybody out there, and you tell people, something that they are experiencing in their own lives and something that they have been wanting to get rid of and trying to alleviate for the longest. Okay? And so that's very, very important. You have to be relatable. People have to feel that pain. Yes, certain people can feel that pain, or they know somebody who feels that pain and who's suffering from it, right? Then when you talk about how, as far as getting it done or resolving it and how simple it is and to resolve it, you know, and how you resolving it now is different than any other attempts that you've had in the past, right? It separates it because again, it's a challenge, especially if it's weight loss, right? And you've had people who tried every little fad diet to the point to where they're now at the ultimate level of uh, desperation, in most cases, to where you gotta inject an injectable in you that could take your life, right? And so that's the thing. It's like you got something that you're putting in your body, a foreign substance that you're putting in your body. And so in certain cases, that's not uh, been tested or that's not been approved for human use, right? They tried it on the rats and everything else, right? But they haven't approved it for human use yet. So you're at a point, you're at that point, that person's at that point where this, and they're paying an absorbent amount of price, money for it, right? So when you give them, how much easier, how much simpler it is, and for them to do what you just did, that helps out a lot, right? Then you talk about the last part of it, especially if it's weight loss, how you're sustaining it, how it's not coming back, and you know, giving people the ability to see the results long term. Uh, Very, very important. The maintenance of it, the sustainability of it, all right? And then when it comes to communicating it, shorten time, saying way more with less, creating high value conversations with low volume of words, okay? Let's get to the point, be direct, so when we talk about, and some of you guys don't know what I do when I say, hey, let's keep it 30 seconds in most cases and get you to the point. I want you to collapse your conversation, right? To where it teaches you how to get to your point, okay? And it teaches you how to get to, the meat and the substance. It teaches you how to go out here and not get rid of the filler, get rid of the filibuster, right? Get rid of the excess, cut away at the fat, and give a person what they need and give them what they want, all right? And do that and move away, right? And so, and even so, this you guys don't do this, and if you do this, don't stop doing this, right? And I know why you do it, and I know, like give example, Carla. Carla is great at getting in, Right? And she'll do it in 30 seconds. And then you'll say, I hope I did it in 30 seconds. And so, what happens is this, I know most cases she's doing that because she's setting an example because it's what I asked, and she's normally the first person to go when we have our crash camps and stuff like that. And I appreciate her going first and really hammering that and nailing it down. But the fact that you do it, you never have to come behind and say, I hope I did it in 30 seconds. Hope I did it in time. People paid attention, trust me. They got it. Or I'll come back and say, all right, guys, let's make sure we do it like Carla. Appreciate you, Carla, for standing the guidelines or something like that. I'll come back and I'll affirm it and for you. Yeah, but do it, knock it out, and be done with it, right? And what will end up happening is people will now they'll do when you do it the right way, you do it in time limit, you got them. What they'll do is they'll ask you questions at that point, right? They might ask you questions or they might ask you back because this person, man, they have a great testimonial. They got that thing down pat to where they left people wanting more. They left people wanting to know how they did it. Like, what was your steps? What would you do? And what do because you didn't put all of that in the testimonial, right? You got to it. And now you left to live it to the imagination, right? You left people wanting more. And that's how you want to have your testimonials. Give them so much juice that the flavor is still there to where they got to go back to the kitchen for seconds. Right? So right now, this is the thing that you have to master doing and master teaching. Okay. Master helping a person get to the point to where they got a testimony, like bringing a person into this environment, putting a person on this product, and you being there, hold their hand, and you be there, and you walk them through this process, and you get them to their goals, right? You get them toward their goal, going toward their goal, right? To where you see them using it daily, walking daily, right? 5,000 steps daily, 10,000 steps daily, right? Inches gone, weight gone, right? Feeling better. All these, you got the testimony, you got them in, and you got them going, right? So now you're putting them in that position. And now what you want to do is you want to create a testimonial factory. I'm telling you, you create the testimonial factory. There's everybody out there telling these are many commercials that are being told over and over and over and over again without your involvement. Okay. People want to know how we make millions of dollars in coffee. It's because we had hundreds upon hundreds of people giving testimonies, not about how much money they made, but how the coffee made them feel. Then we had thousands of people globally telling the testimony about how good the coffee tastes, how much better they feel, and then whatever benefits they got from it. So imagine when you wake up one morning and that morning, you're waking up knowing it's a call at night, and you got one or two people from your team doing a testimony on that call. And every day that there's a call, somebody from your team is doing a testimonial on that call. See, what I would suggest is, and that's from a business ownership perspective, I would be the person okay, striving to create the most testimonials within my organization. Okay, the person who impacts the most lives and teaches people to talk about the impact, right, is the person who creates the most wealth because that's the person who creates the most testimonials, right? So while everybody else is worried about, dual team bonuses and all these other bonuses, right? I'm worried about how can I get this person to the testimonial the quickest? What's the shortest period of time I can get this person to the testimonial? And then teaching them how to do it, and then teaching them how to duplicate it down in depth. Okay. So this week, like tonight, we're doing a presentation. And the company, now if you see, not necessarily the company, but Michelle, and you see last night, they had Ignacio do the testimonial, right? Well, I had Carly do the testimonial, right, last week, and they loved the testimonial. So guess what we want to do? Okay, do you have somebody else? Of course. We got several people in testimonials. Okay, well we're gonna bring on Ignacio if you don't mind. No, don't mind at all. Okay, guess what? Tonight, presentation. Guess what we need? Somebody with a testimonial. Guess what? Wednesday night is testimonial night. So I'm going to be talking to multiple people, that have testimonials, bringing on multiple people because it's not going to be a presentation. It's just going to be, an interview with people who have testimonials or, platform where I bring on different people testimonials. I'll talk about it a little bit. Okay? Thursday night with Doc. Okay. He's going to be talking about testimonials. So this whole entire, business, guys, is always and forever going to be about testimonials. When you look at online right now, and you look at reviews, you know what another word for review is? Testimonial. Okay. People go to your online website, right? They go to Amazon, go to all these places. They go for the testimonials. They are hoping to hear a lot of people say something very, very good about the product that they really want to buy, right? So the moment they see 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, they get depressed. Like, man. But when they see 4 star, 4.5 star, 5 star, they get excited because they may have just found something, right? And so I'm telling you, this is from a perspective of marketing and advertising, right? What sets me aside from people who are in my industry, I think a little bit different. You know, people who think on the building side a lot more aggressive, recruit, recruit, recruit. Me, it's about the law of attraction. It's about you going out there and creating value in the universe for people, right? And then painting pictures with words, telling them about the value you created and the problem that you solved. And then the floodgates open and they stay open, right? That's how you live a comfortable life. That's how you live a life of residual income. That's how you live a life, of never have to worry about money again as long as you live. That's how when you wake up on the first of the month, all your bills are paid on the first of the month, and everything else is just gravy. Right? So with that, I'm gonna open it up to I'm gonna go to JD because I told him I was gonna go to JD first, and I want to hear from JD first.
Good morning, Mr. Bean and family. Hey, listen, I don't know why I ain't gonna leave nothing off the table today, but let me say this: I got on the scale yesterday, and I finally under 200 pounds. It wasn't because
Mm,
of all. It was because of all the walking and the community. I've been trying to get under 200 pounds since January, right? And I got stuck at 203. With this product, that drop under my tongue, I believe and I know for a fact that that's what did it. I'm under 200 pounds, so I am happy. But let me get one more thing in. The videos. I do a video every morning, not every morning, but most mornings I do a video about me walking and inviting people to this community. And folks are seeing it. And I realized that yesterday. I should have known, but because you mentioned it, folks are watching, they're lurking and looking. So yesterday, everybody knew, day before yesterday, whatever, everybody knew that there was a terrible, terrible hurricane in Hawaii. Now I have some friend in Hawaii. A gentleman, me and him grew up in the army together. So yesterday I called him and asked him was he okay? Was he okay about everything? He told me he was good. But then he told me, he said, man, I'm watching you. I see you. I'm coming. I'm texting you. Well, I'm liking your videos that you put out each morning. Me and my wife now, we're doing 35 to 3,700 steps a day, man. We see you. I said, Ed, you never comment. He said, I just clicked the little like button, JD. I said, well, start commenting so everybody else can see that you in Hawaii watching my videos, telling folks to come and join the walk and talk. So this is the great thing. Walk and talk is great. Putting out those clips where people can see it. Folks are coming out of the woodworks to get this product, Mr. Bean. So and family. So I'm coming back. I'm going off back on mute, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
that's what I'm talking about. Well, first of all, I'm happy that you got up under 200. You sub 200. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm glad that you literally have found a testimonial because guys, it's not necessarily how much weight that you lost as far as like it's got to be a big number. That is the number of me losing 55 pounds in 90 days is far bigger, than me losing, 13 pounds in 3 weeks. And when you throw the 2 inches on there, now that makes that 13 pounds a little bit more exciting. But I lost way more inches when I lost 55 pounds. Okay, so I'm also a ruler. So, but it's that breakthrough, right? When you hit that wall, most people are going to hit a wall physically and mentally and emotionally. They're going to hit a wall. Okay. And sometimes you need that wall breaker. And that wall breaker, happens to be this product. That sublingual drop or that drink, right? Is going to be that wall breaker. For me, that was a wall breaker. For JD, it was a wall breaker. Got him sub 200, right? And I appreciate you for just doing what we asked you to do. So you can validate what we asked everybody to do. Go out there and do the uncomfortable. Go out there and do a video daily, right? If you can. And because the videos get more action, videos get more traction, videos get more algorithm play, right? The videos, they hit when you hit the reels, yeah, I'm telling you that's what opens up, the floodgates, if you will, of the people who don't know you, but because you're talking about the trigger words that they're searching, right? Which is how the algorithm works, right? You're talking about the trigger words, right? It's going to send people your way. So you never know who's watching. Just know that somebody's watching. You can have 0 likes, right? You can have 200 views, 300 views, 500 views, 700 views, 0 likes, but you got somebody's attention to where they looked at it. You just stay there, every day, right? Do something every day. And what ended up happening is not only will people start, but you start getting better at it, people will start commenting and asking you questions about what you're talking about. And because they'll see you as consistent, and the better you get at it, they'll start seeing you as an expert. Okay. So keep that in mind. Consistency, right? Consistency, consistency, consistency. I appreciate that, JD. All right, who's next? Yes, sir.
I'll go next, Mr.
Morning,
Bean.
Mr.
This is
Come
Bean.
on, Amanda.
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 Okay, so last night I got 13,060 steps. I stayed up till I got them. So again, I'm consistent and I'm committed to doing this. And yesterday my banner came in, so I'm ready for my vendor events. I'm just excited about doing all of this. So I'm just getting ready. And I looked up vendors, places that were looking for vendors. I stayed up late last night just writing them down. So I'm just gonna start doing those things. So that's all I have today.
All you have is enough. I'm telling you, that's perfect. Honestly, you'll get some. I'm gonna tell you, like, you're one of those people that I see. I can never see you not do 10,000 pounds, the 10,000 steps again for the rest of your days. I just see you doing it every day. You know, I see you. I see you always out there grinding and walking. But your 13,000 or more is so consistent on a daily basis that it's like it starts to get good to you. It starts to become a part of life. It's almost like breathing. It's almost automatic. You just get up and do it, right? And so it's just certain people when you hear them talk about it, you can hear the energy, you hear the excitement, you can hear the pride and you jumping up doing it. And I tell you, the people who don't do it, don't want to talk. I'm telling you, the people who are ashamed about their steps, but you should never be ashamed about your steps, don't want to talk, or you want to talk last, right? It's just, I'm telling you, when people feel it, when it's a part of them, when they're committed, right? And a person needs to be able to hear you in your voice, in your spirit, and say, man, that woman will never not do 10,000 steps again another day in her life, you know, and because that's where you're at. You created a bar that you raised for yourself that people can't see you going under. Okay. And I want to say that part, excited for you and proud of you on that. Okay? Now, the other part is this getting the tools that you need, for your events and to run your business. It shows another level of commitment. Right? You up at night looking for events, right? You're hunting. You're in hunt mode, right? I love that. When people can smell the scent of the hunt on you, that's attractive to a business person or a person who's looking. They can smell it on you. They can see you in motion. They hear you talking about it. And if I'm doing events, guys, I'm gonna tell you, man, every event that you do. Hey guys, can you put them on, put yourself on mute for me, please? So Amanda, every event, and I'm talking to Amanda and everybody who does events. Every time you do an event, make sure you go online and talk about it that day or the next day. Okay, because when people see you doing events, they talk about, I did the event and yesterday, and I had my bottles of water, and people came by the table, and I popped the bottle of water open, added one of these ignites in there, shook it up right there in front of them, and as I was shaking it up, I used that shake up time to have a conversation with them, and it was the start of the show. People loved it. People walked around, did their thing. People came back, bought bags. People came back and bought mini bags. Whatever it is. Sets of 5 day supply, 3 day supply, 10 day supply, whatever you sell. You know, but people loved it. I'm so happy and grateful that I joined this company and use this product. Stay tuned for the next event. Whatever it is, you want that on your timeline. Yeah, you want that with a picture, your banner, you, and maybe even a customer. And ask people like, hey, do you mind taking a picture of you using my product or holding up my product? And when you have that post and you got 5 or 6 people holding your product, 5 or 6 different people pictures, 15, 16, 17 different pictures, 20 different pictures on that one post. Because Facebook says you can add as many pictures as you want for the most part, right? When you do that, or you create a collage, I like the individual pictures, but you create a collage if it's that many, you can do that. But advertise the fact that you actually go out and you're an entrepreneur, that you're a business owner, and that you're out there, doing events. You're not just, pitching a product. This is something that you're committed to. This is something that you are invested in, and they should look at you serious as a business person. So when you do events, Amanda, Toya, Leslie, Laura, all my event people, and all those of you who I didn't mention, make sure you do a post and pick with pictures about it. All right. Congratulations, 13K. Keep it
Thank
going.
you for that.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Who's next?
Great morning, Mr. Bean.
Hey, Toya, good
Everyone.
morning.
Good morning. What you said about the testimonials just resonated with me this morning. I was in the testimonial group yesterday and saw a testimonial of someone who talked about not, being someone who doesn't have to lose weight. And so that really resonated with me because I've been that person. I am that person. So I reposted that testimonial. And because of what you
Mm,
said this morning, Mr. Bean, I will be making a campaign around that. That's my testimony. People that were overweight, when I did Weight Watchers and walked in as a thin person, I was ridiculed by the peers in the room. But when I was able to let them know why I was in that room, I could feel the shift and gain
mhm.
their respect because my testimony is still my testimony, like theirs is theirs.
Right.
So I appreciate what you said this morning. I'm going to take that and run with it, sir. That's all I wanted to share, and I'm going to go back on mute.
Yeah, I appreciate that because JD didn't get started, to lose no weight, but he's sub 200. Right. LeRoy didn't get started to lose weight, but he gained 5 pounds of muscle. Right. And he likes it. Right. And so you got people who don't need to lose weight. I have people in the gym, like one of my guys, and my guy Peter Diamond, right? Don't need to lose no weight. This dude he probably got about 10%. That's definitely less than 15% body fat on him. But it's like, bro, there are other benefits, to this product. It's a try product. It's three-way product, right? There are health benefits outside of just losing weight. It's going to help you in all kind of areas. So energy, sleep, muscle, muscle, recovery, all kind of stuff. Pre-workout, post-workout, all this stuff, sleep. So, use it and see what it do, right? And so again, people need to hear that because that's going to be an objection to some people who think, well, you know what, that product won't work for me because I don't need to lose any weight. So do your thing. I'm happy you got that from this conversation today and go out there. And that's why you also have to be in those try GLP testimonial group because it tells you, it gives you, opportunities, it gives you ideas as well on how to do testimonials. And you don't want the AI testimonial. Now, I'm not saying that AI can't help you, but if you get an AI to help you with your testimonial or something like that, or write out a post or something, take out, all of the verbiage that is deemed AI verbiage. Take out all the dashes, all the emojis, right? And put your words on it. Put your personality on it. Put your character on it. Okay. Repurpose it, rewrite it, repurpose it, and do your thing. Okay. But if you see, we've been in the business for a month, right? Right at a month. I want you guys to see something. When we first got started in the business, and this is what you got to understand, the person who actually created this group, she's making right about between 18 and $20,000 a week, depending on the week, right? And it's growing, right? The person who created this group, it's all about the testimonials. The person who created this group, she's got this group growing to where they had 16,000 people in that group when we first got started. Now, in 30 days, guys, they put on 3,000 people, right at 3,000. Okay, so that's going to continue to grow. She's created a testimonial factory. Michelle Zambrano has created a testimonial factory, right? And so while everybody else is trying to figure out how to do the perfect presentation and how to get ready to speak and present, why not just give them the perfect presentation, which is the testimonials. The testimonials are the perfect presentation for the person who's looking for a solution, right? And so on that video of Dr. Thornton, he don't just talk about, the benefits and the value of the product. He gives a testimonial or two in that video as well, right? So the testimonials are everything, guys. Everything. All right. Appreciate that, Toya. Who's next?
Good morning, Mr.
Mr.
Bean.
Bean, Tim Neal.
All right, we got Candy, then we got Tim Deal. I like this one. Y'all like it's like Family Feud. It's like Family Feud up in here. Y'all fighting to get up in here today, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Got my men here. Well, Tim was like, Mr. Bean, I'm a man. Like I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's
what I'm
right.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh man, I love it. All right, Ken, let's go.
I'm third.
Who's that?
No.
Who's that? Roberta.
Roberta.
Roberta. All right, so we got Candy, we got Tim, and we got Roberta. Go ahead, Candy.
I'm gonna go real quick. The kids are getting ready. Thank you, sir. So, thank you, Latoya, for breaking that up. So it's crazy because I don't market this as just a weight loss. If you guys are following me on my Facebook, whether I get likes or not, I share everybody's testimony, whether it's someone who's having a success from MS, their A1C, whatever the testimony is, I'm going to share it, but I don't market it as a weight loss food grade option. Even on my flyers, I do not market this as being something that is just for weight loss because I don't want to have this product just appeal to that audience. This product has such a wide audience. That's why I spent 2 hours in that group. It wasn't just to see how the product worked. It was actually to see what type of issues this product was actually going in and mastering. Because here's the thing, people forget weight loss is part of the problem. What other underlying issues did you have prior to and then after being obese do you have that you do not know you have? So thank you, Latoya, for bringing that up, because a lot of people don't need to lose weight. So I'm not going to make the mistake to market it as a weight loss product when that's just not what it is. It's a whole entire total body transformation, metabolic wellness product. That's food grade. That just so happens to focus on weight loss too. So with that, I'm
Hmm.
going over you.
There you go. And I appreciate you saying it. And I'm gonna tell you, if you don't follow Candy, you should. And this should probably be one of the most commented on pages in the group because she provides so much value. When it comes to this medical perspective. The medical background. That's because she's lost 60 pounds. In her journey, right? So, most people think, girl, talk about the weight loss. No, that's the easy part. Most people take the path of least resistance. And the path of least resistance in this situation is to just focus on weight loss. And yeah, there's not saying there's anything wrong with that, but she just gave a really good understanding on how to market it on a high level. You have weight loss is like you fishing in the lake. Okay. When you look at all the other stuff it does, the other two pathways and everything that it encompasses, it's like you're fishing in the ocean. Okay. And I'm just tell you, a lot of you guys limit yourself based on how you market it, right? And based on what you show. If you only show weight loss, you have now been branded as a weight loss product. It's like when you saw Denzel Washington, okay, in all his movies, he's always the hero. Never won an Academy Award for it. But to see him as a villain, right? In Training Day, oh, here come the awards, right? Because he had an out of character based on how people had him in this box. They got used to seeing him in this specific light and cast it in this specific light. Okay, don't cast your product as just a weight loss product. Okay, make sure that you have all kind of testimonials attached to this product. That's why you have to go into the group, that Try GLP group. Don't be a lazy business owner. Okay, don't be a lazy entrepreneur. Do the work. Go in there, do the research. You your own research and development team, your own R&D team. Go and look for, weight loss testimonials, but go and look for, like I said, those other testimonials that have nothing to do with weight loss. They just improve the quality of life and health enhancements, right? And watch what happens. Okay. Don't just cast a weight loss life on your product, guys. Hey, talk about everything else that you don't think people are interested in and watch how interested you see that they are. All right. I appreciate that, Candy. And I'm gonna tell you, Candy, yeah,
coming into my waist, so I'm really excited to put on my bathing suit next year.
Mhm.
I
That's what
did
I'm talking about.
12,059 steps yesterday.
That's 12,059 steps. That's fantastic. Have a great day, school. Okay. 12,059 steps. Roberta, can you
Yes,
hear me?
12,059 steps. Did a reel yesterday, got a customer asking for the link this morning.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, that's gotta be exciting. You know, and as a matter of fact, well, we had this conversation back in the day. You know, when we first talked about, you know, what I just thought, because I'm one of those people, guys, I practice what I preach and I practice what I teach. And I'm very consistent, you know, with my conversations. And I had the same conversation over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right. I'm just telling you, I told you, you know, at some point in time, you're going to be posting, people are going to be buying, people are going to be joining. Remember that conversation?
Yes.
Okay. And now, so how does think about how does that make you feel knowing that now that everything you're doing now, you're starting to see people to purchase and people to join?
It feels wonderful.
Yeah. And so guys, remember what gets rewarded gets repeated, right? And your activity, Roberta, is getting rewarded, right? Like I talked about this earlier, with Amanda. It's like I know she'll never stop walking. And the way I see her, I'll never see her not do less than 10,000 steps a day, right? And so I've been seeing you post every day, been seeing you create videos every day, and you're starting to get a lot of feedback and traction, and even adversity. You have some people have had one of your friends come down on you and tell you it was a scam, but if you hadn't had that conversation and somebody has ever told you that before, it's because you basically haven't had a conversation with enough people, right? And so, but I'm excited about that. Excited about you getting these results that you're getting now and getting the feedback that you're getting now, and keep on posting, keep on doing your videos, your lives, your reels every day, and watch what happens. It's just going to continue to put you in a situation where you continue to get rewarded because you're going to continue to do the thing that gets that reward. Okay.
Thank
Proud.
you.
Yes, ma'am. Proud of you. Excited for you. All right. Who's next?
Yolanda in California.
Hey, Yolanda. There we go. California's in the building. Come on with it.
Yes. Hey, come on now. I'm up here at going to the gym to do my walking at 4 o'clock in the morning. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
Yes.
This is fantastic. So real quick, I just wanted to share this. I'm the person who has to lose the weight and I have the metabolic issues. So, with the inflammation and the pain and, all of that. And I started on the products last November. I was in under someone, but she started doing.
Yeah. Just in the break up. Hey, guys, can you hear me, or can you not hear Yolanda?
Yes, we can hear you now, Yolanda.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we'll grab Yolanda when she comes back. I guess when she's in a better area. All right. Who's next, real quick?
Good morning,
Good morning,
Mr.
it's Tammy.
Laura Johnson, Sassy Senior.
All right. We got Laura.
Hey, yes, sir. Yeah, so my testimony is that I started on the product on July 22nd, and to date I'm down 7 inches, 6 pounds.
Dropped you. Let's go ahead and pick it up from there.
Okay, this is Lori, a Sassy Senior. So I was giving my testimony, started on the product on July 22nd, and to date down 7 inches overall, down 6 pounds, less morning stiffness and aches, and lots more energies. My step count 8,000. I think it was 85.52, which is like that's the second time that no, just third time that I've been up that high. One 9,000 day, and this was my second 8,000 day. That's it, sir.
That's all right. That's a lot, and I love it. I want you to continue to do your thing consistently. Put yourself in rare air. Like put yourself in a position where you're always getting, you're beating your norm. You're beating your your goal. Right. So you got your goal. You got the goal is now your base. Like I said, at 7,500 now becomes your base, and so
Yes, sir.
you want to make sure that you put yourself in a position where you work and walk to where you never go below that. That's your goal, and then you'll continue as long as you're going over it. You'll see yourself consistently get closer and closer to 10,000 over time. And I'm gonna just tell you, when you're doing that, what's going to happen is, that product is going to marry the cardio, and I'm just telling you, you're going to continue to see those inches, melt away around your waist. You're going to continue to see the pounds melt away as well. You're going to get a whole lot healthier. Things are going to continue to change. And then at some point in time, you'll consistently be over 10,000 steps a day as well. And that day is coming. And so you just keep on doing your thing, keep on fighting the only fight that you need to fight right now, and watch what happens.
Oh, and by the way, Mr. Bean, I post every day, at least a video every other day, but I post every day on Instagram, in the 100-day challenge group, on Walk and Talk, and on my Facebook page. 4 places every single day.
That's what I'm talking about. High visibility. And so it's always getting out there and putting yourself in a position where you can be seen. That's the thing, and I'm glad you brought up the 100-day challenge group, because when Tim was talking, that's the one thing that I forgot to mention when he was talking, that I meant to, and I'm glad you brought that back up. But guys, we have to post in that group every day. All right. That's the group that makes the biggest difference for you, right? Your incomes, your testimonials, and the testimonies of your friends as well, your colleagues as well. So make sure you're posting in that group every day, your steps and anything that you can, as far as benefits, what you're feeling and what you're experiencing there. Make that your journal, site. Make that like your posting site, where, hey, I slept a whole lot better last night. Like he said earlier, he uses, he has sleep apnea, right? And so for me, I didn't even think about that. The military gave me a CPAP machine, and I'm getting the best sleep I've ever had without it. And so I'm telling you, different types of testimonials are out there, guys. Different types of experiences are out there, and like that, him not saying that, puts me in a position where I may not even have that thought, right? And so he triggered that in me, and that's what you guys are doing. You guys are triggering thoughts and experiences in people that it needs to be, unearthed. So appreciate you, Laura. Keep up the great work. All right, is Yolanda or Tammy on?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you loud and clear. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, family. First of all, again, I want to thank for being a part of this group. I didn't have my products. I got my products last night, but I got an instant testimony. So this morning, of course, I rolled up out of the bed because of you all, I'm able to get up and y'all kept me on task. And I did lose 2 pounds last week, so I was really excited about that. But I did. Oh man, I'm so excited. Well, anyway, I put the shake in the water this morning, right before I work out. I don't know if y'all ever used that Arc Trainer. That thing is a beast. I could barely do 10. I struggle do 10 minutes, but I force myself. When I say I looked up, I had did 45 minutes. I was like, what? So this stuff gave me energy. Like I was able to get through it. I'm not tired. I'm just super excited. So it works. So I'm in it to win it, and the women's can appreciate this. I can't wait to get rid of this fupa, so I won't have to be trying to cover up all the time. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm really excited about this. So, I'm excited that I was just able to get through on that machine because I struggle to work out on that machine. I'm not even tired. Well, anyway, thank you guys. I love you all and thanks for the encouragement. And I gotta try to
Hmm.
get ready for work. But listening to you all have just encouraged me so much. So again, thank you.
Hey, let me tell you something, guys. You heard her say a couple different things, and some of you guys may or may not have picked it up. But she said, "I lost 2 pounds last week." Watch this. She didn't get her product until yesterday, and she got her she lost those 2 pounds last week because of the community and coaching. Okay, she got in here. She's walking, doing her thing, right? Coaching. She started fasting, doing her 1 day fast, 1 meal a day fast. And that's her working with me and listening to y'all, right? I gave
Yes.
her the conversation. Like she said, what do I need to do? This is what you need to do, and this is what she's been doing. And so now that she's got the product, that energy, something that she struggled, like I said, and I want to reiterate this, to do 10 minutes on product first time, right? She's 45 minutes on that machine and still has energy, still not tired. Guys, I'm telling you, this is amazing stuff. This is why you get on these calls. This is why you got to tell those testimonies, because you have people as who they remember the last time they worked out and how tired they were, how much energy they didn't have, and how they had to talk to themselves on how to get out of bed and everything else. I'm telling you, you guys are putting people in a position where they can change their lives. I'm telling you. So I appreciate that, Tammy, and
Oh, thank
keep
you.
keep on doing your thing and stay plugged in and stay listening to your coach and your mentor.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Carla. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. Yesterday, I got 3,942 or 52 steps in before I
Mm-hmm.
went and got my procedure done. I'm still here until about noon. I'm looking forward to coming back up to my level. So thank you so much for allowing me to share.
That's what I'm talking about. You still got your steps in, even though, like I said, you're getting a procedure done today. And that's what I'm talking about. Just staying consistent, guys. Winners always find a way. And when you have a goal, you always find a way to hit it. And the goal is to walk every day, right? And I appreciate that and your commitment, Carla. And thank you very much for that testimonial. And again, our prayers are with you, with your procedure. All right. Did we get Yolanda back? I know she was driving and telling you guys that's California. So remember, like she said, when she
Mr.
woke
B,
up, this morning. Uh-huh.
this is MP from Dallas.
Okay, go ahead, Mike, and you'll take us home.
Okay,
We'll
so
rock out you.
yeah. I mean, I just first of all, I'm going to be grateful for everybody that's on this call. Grateful for this challenge. Man, I've been at around 4,800 steps a day, 5,200. Yesterday, I pushed myself to 8,200.
Mm.
Yeah, and yeah, my business partner was here at the house. I was just walking. He goes, "Man, you're determined to get those steps, aren't you?" I said, "Yes, sir." So, just walking and getting out there. And then yesterday morning, my daughter just actually changed schools, and it's literally like maybe about a 15-minute walk. And after I got out the call yesterday, my daughter's like, as I was like, "We're walking to school." She says, "What?" I said, "We're walking to school." And so I walked her to school and back. It didn't even take that long. And I was able to go ahead and talk to the two crosswalkers across the street at school. So my plan is to at least maybe try to catch one or two parents coming out of the school and share what I'm doing. So activity yesterday was a pretty good activity day. Me and Ken actually mapped out some chiropractors. And we definitely got an appointment for tomorrow at 1:30 for one that actually does shots. And then we've got a couple of more follow-ups, and then we've got a full list of people we need to talk to. And also definitely was able to get it where I'm looking up the events as well. I mean, there's tons and tons and tons of events. There's some that overlap events. So I'm actually mapping out some events that we're going to be hosting and being on part of that as well. Because I got the banner, got the setup, I got everything to get ready for that. So just going to keep the calendar full, and got somebody that's willing to work with me side by side, so we can actually get all this the events planned, and as we build a team, so we can start adding people to to help us with these events and just build duplication and just I've been really excited about this product. It's actually been helping me with my gut a lot, and also too I like what you know, it's not just my gut is what it is. But I noticed, because I don't need to lose weight. I did notice, because I've been changing my diet on my food. I did gain about 3 to 4 pounds, which is great. I need to gain at least 10 pounds, 15 pounds. So yeah, I'm on the journey to healing success of this health journey. So I'm super happy and grateful that we got this opportunity to, you know, move forward. It's not just about making money, man. It's really changing lives. I mean, I just start to think about how many times I just sit down all the time when I could be walking and talking. And I notice too, when I'm walking and talking, I think more and I think better, and my voice
Mhm.
goes through the phone a lot better. And it's wow. It's just now it's just part of my character now. I'm walking and talking now. So it's
Mhm.
amazing, bro. I'm
Mhm.
excited.
That's what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna start from the back toward the first toward the front. And guys, when you stand up and you talk, your voice projects. When you sit down and you're talking, your voice is muffled, right? It's like a pillow over your face. It's a big difference. Okay. And so make sure you're up, like even when I'm walking around my office, or you guys seeing me, you know, online doing presentations or trainings, it's about me, you know, standing up and being able to use my arms, you know, and motion with my arms and kind of get that extra energy, that extra flow, that extra push, right, out of there. So project your voice. But the other thing I like about what you said is, one, you're gaining weight. Like I said, I'm gonna go backwards. You're gaining weight, and like I said, you're a person. Like I said, you're already small, and from a standpoint of your condition and everything else, you're trying to build your body back up and make it stronger, right, and make it healthier and put more muscle on. And so, while you're walking and putting on weight and working out, you know, at the same time, guys, that's going to make you a whole lot healthier. It's going to help you put the weight on that you need while the body is fixing itself, right? That's a beautiful scenario right there. And again, I'm glad that you again reiterated the events. And guys, the events are there for you to go and do, right? You just got to go out there and find the events and commit to do them, right? You never know who you're going to meet at an event. You have zero idea the people who you meet who may have the influence. They can take you through universities, they can take you through police departments, they can take you through hospitals, you know, they can take you through churches, right? They can take you through any, you know, big, like their whole entire social media bases, their influencers. You don't know who you're going to meet, but you'll never meet them if you don't go. Okay, so go do events, guys. Go do. You got the perfect product, okay, and the perfect timing. Okay. And the only thing that doesn't have to be perfect about the situation is you. All you got to do is show up. And when you show up, it's perfect timing. Okay. Just go out there and just be in the proximity of great people. And there are a lot of great people and people who are looking to be great at these events. Okay. So, events. And then the last one is this: you walking your daughter to school, bro. Think about this for a second. That's quality time, right? Your daughter's, you know, obviously she's walking with you, with her hero, and you're walking and having conversations, quiet time, personalized time with your daughter while you're getting your steps in. Okay, there's nothing more precious than that. Okay? I'm just telling you. Like I said, going to the gym with my sons, it was just, even though we didn't work out, you know, together, these last couple of times we've worked out together in the past, but these last couple of times is going to the gym with them, riding in the car with them, you know, on the way home with them, having conversations, is being able to walk over to them to them while they're in the gym, or introduce them to people while we're in the gym. You know, it's just like that interaction is priceless. But you having that isolated time with your daughter, having conversations with your daughter, you know, while you're getting your steps in, and obviously being able to hang around and talk to people at school, that's cool. That's great business wise. But just the personal side of it and the personal impact, your daughter will always remember those walks to school. Okay. Everybody else drops the kids off. You know, you get a chance to, you know, walk to school with your daughter. Okay. So when she becomes a woman and she gets married and she has moments when she's thinking about you, it'll be times like that will hit with her and resonate with her the most. And so make sure you maximize that time, bro. You got your steps. make your impact. All right.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Mr. Bean, and you just hit me right between the eyes because it's really, you know, a lot of parents don't have the time or the leisure of the time to walk with their kids to do that. They're always rushed and they got to be at a certain time, certain place, and they got to go clock in for somebody else. And you said it dead on. I mean, that little, I mean, 4 years old, being with her in those little small moments is going to carry a long way, and that's a beautiful thing.
There you go. So, and I'll end it on that, guys. I appreciate what you guys bring to the call every day. Today was an amazing call outside, even though we had our moment when it came to the glitches. You know, I want to finish my thought on Yolanda, and we talk about sacrifices, guys. We have people who, again, they're on East Coast, Central Standard Time, and they get on there at 6 and 7 o'clock. Well, she was on here at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? And I just, like I told her, I didn't say, hey, look, you be on here. I'm telling you what we need to do, what we do, and what we are doing to be successful, and where the successful people are hanging out at. And she chose to wake up at 4 o'clock and be on the call, and then go walk at the same time. Not just get up and listen. She chose to go get up and go to the gym and walk at 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I appreciate people like that, guys. I appreciate people who go the extra mile. You know, I really do celebrate them, because those are the individuals that, you know, they inspire other people to do it. And when you're sitting up there wondering, you know, man, I gotta get up again at 6 o'clock, and you hear somebody that's getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to get on the calls and go walk at the same time, not around our house, because 4 o'clock in the morning may not be the safest thing. But going to a gym, driving to go walk at 4 o'clock in the morning, which is inconvenient, right? It says a whole lot about her. So it makes you, you know, when you start to second guess or doubt, or, you know, feel like you're lazy, or you get out of business, okay? And she did it 2 hours and you do it. Like I said, we'll see. Some of you got to be on